I'm realizing that what I should have done for this video is shave the beard down to just the mustache and then not wear the hat so I could just kind of look like MCU J. Jonah Jameson. That could have been a good bit. I also probably shouldn't have lost my voice immediately before recording a video, but that's what we're doing. I wear the chains I forged in life. Hi, I'm John Barr, and I am a fan of movie musicals. Chicago has some all-time legend performances. Little Shop of Horrors, certified classic. Anna and the Apocalypse, a super weird and out there concept that I think works really well. Anastasia, one of the best animated movies of all time, features one of the best soundtracks of all time, and also features this little freak. His name is Bartok, and I love him, not just because he sort of looks like me. However, one of the all-time greats is, of course, West Side Story, a part of the Criterion Collection, I believe, won 10 different Oscars or so, and now it's going for 20 with the reboot. Now, while obviously everything is getting rebooted right now, this West Side Story reboot in particular kind of has a lot going for it. It seems like it's actually pretty good. Steven Spielberg is the one who's directing it. Rita Moreno has returned for the cast, and this new version of the movie has its score adapted by David Newman, who did the score for Anastasia. We could get a Bartok cameo, gang. Come on, this is huge. What an Easter egg. Unfortunately, while this movie does have a lot going for it, it did make one sizable toilet whoops into itself, and its name is Tony. I noticed that when this movie started going a little bit heavier with the marketing, a lot of the posters and trailers for the movie only kind of focused on Maria and not Maria and Tony, who are the two main characters, and as it turns out, it's because the guy who plays Tony in this reboot sucks shit. I am one of the many people who feel like they should have recast the role of Tony, and it seems like they sort of care. Again, he's still in the movie, but they are kind of trying to bury the lead on exactly who's playing him in a lot of their advertisements. Plus, they filmed this movie in COVID. Maybe they just felt like it wasn't worth it, but now that it's coming out, they're like, no, it would have been worth it. I don't know. I'm not Disney execs. I can't say for sure if any of them have emotions. What I can say, however, is that we currently live in a golden era for CGI After Effects in movie musicals. Cats, Dear Evan Hansen, Sonic the Hedgehog, he probably sang a song in that. Therefore, I posit that it is in everyone's best interests for Disney and 20th Century to CGI the current Tony out of the movie and replace him with somebody new. They need a quintessential leading man to fill in these shoes. Someone who's lovable. Someone who's got charm. Someone who's got grace. That's right. I'm talking about Spider-Man. I'm not talking about a Spider-Man actor either. I mean actual guy, Spider-Man. The actual guy who flies around in the sky in his little uniform and only comes down to give presents to good children. I might be getting my guys mixed up. But yeah, I think we should put Spider-Man in West Side Story. Remind me, what was Tony's whole deal in West Side Story? A down on his luck but good-natured New York high schooler who's sometimes prone to violence when the people he cares about are in danger? Does that sound like anyone you know? Because it sounds kind of like a guy I know who's all that, plus he's sticky. Plus, he's so just gross and sticky. Look, I checked the West Side Story wiki. It does not say anywhere on it that Tony's not also sticky. The original West Side Story won so many Oscars. We're already kind of coasting on nostalgia and IP for this reboot. I'm just saying it wouldn't hurt to give this new version of the movie musical just a little bit of that extra sweet secret spider spice. Just a little extra spider spice for that Uncle Ben Rice. That can't go in the video. This might seem like a nonsensical choice, but honestly, it actually works very well. We're just gonna have to do a baby's bit of retconning. We'll just say that Tony is living with his aunt, that he quit the Jets because his superpowers made fights unfair, and that he makes money by selling Doc pictures of himself fighting the lizard. Easy. Dub all that over in like a day. Honestly, we don't even need to do all that. We can just add in one scene where a character calls Maria Jane, and the comic book nerds, they're gonna buy in immediately. Add it to the wiki, fandom.com. This will also make the CGI easier, because now we don't have to worry about just putting a new face onto Tony's old face. we can just pop a mask on him. I like my fair share of Marvel movies, but let's be honest, like 85% of every Marvel movie is purely like green screen CGI at least. Plus, the evil entertainment emperor Mickled Mouse already owns Marvel and 20th Century, so they can just fax over whatever assets they gotta to the musical department, and just Spielberg can put a mask on the little guy. Once they put a mask on him, all they need to do is find a voice actor who's done Spider-Man before and can also do a little bit of singing. That's like the easiest thing in the world. Tom Holland is the future Fred Astaire. Andrew Garfield just played a legendary musical figure in Lin-Manuel Miranda's musical movie. Tobey Maguire did a little song and dance in Spider-Man 3. Or I guess old Spider-Man 3, not the new one that's definitely going to be a good Spider-Man 3. Hell, let Robbie Damon hop on it, huh? He's played Spider-Man and he's on Critical Role playing a bard. That's the whole fighting musical class. Then you'll be able to cancel out whatever backlash you get with all those dang Critter fans that you just hopped on board. Finally, a Spider-Man movie for nerds. Oh, but John, I pretend to hear you say from your end of the screen, John, do you really think people are gonna want to see a West Side Story with Spider-Man? I don't know. How about you ask all of the movie theater websites that got completely broken by Spider-Man fans within their first 20 minutes of trying to buy No Way Home tickets. The second those tickets went on sale, my Twitter feed was full of people pulling near all-nighters in order to get their tickets to finally see what it would be like if Spider-Man fought an Alfred Molina Doc Ock and Jamie Foxx Electro and James Franco new Goblin. We might need a second set of CGI masks. Also, I think that this Spider-Man West Side Story is going to be something of a needed palate cleanser for the character of Spider-Man 2. I think the musical tragedy tone of West Side Story is going to bring Spider-Man away from the overly quippy and non-serious tone of the MCU. Just, make a movie with a little bit more gravitas while still being kind of goofy. It'll be more like the actual Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. Plus, all of the recent Spider-Man movies have been like Spider-Man traveling to whole other countries or galaxies or universes to fight the biggest evils that there've ever been, to team up with a bunch of other superheroes so they can give all the supervillains coal for Christmas. Putting him in West Side Story is going to give him a story where he just swings around New York and fights some criminals with an animal theme. That used to be all Spider-Man ever did. Also, and I don't mean to sound like a virtue signal and spoiler snowflake or whatever, but you know how every Spider-Man movie franchise has to try and recreate the death of Gwen Stacy? You know how every Spider-Man movie is we have to almost or completely kill Spider-Man's girlfriend, and that's kind of her primary role in our franchise, is for her to just kind of kiss Spider-Man and then basically die? It'd be kind of nice to see the shoe on the other foot, you know what I mean? We could give West Side Story that ultimate Spider-Man Peter Parker ending. I think that's going to be something of a well-earned change of pace. Oh, I just thought of this. Hold on. West Side of the Spider-Verse story. Huh? We could call it that, West Side of Spider-Verse Story, Part 1. But the big thing about this crossover that is going to be specifically beneficial to Spider-Man is that it's finally going to give him musical redemption. I've been making a lot of jokes about Spider-Man movies and the Disney monoculture, but I do really like Spider-Man. I'll say it, I'm a 25-year-old man with a favorite superhero, and his name is Sticky Santa Man. Over the past few years, we have been treated to a bunch of really incredible Spider-Man stories over a vast myriad of mediums. We've gotten some great Spider-Man movies, TV shows, comic books, of course, and video games, too. But do you know what creative medium Spider-Man has not had so much success in, and in fact kind of had a aforementioned toilet whoops? It's musicals. Putting Spider-Man in this new West Side Story will single-handedly forgive the sins of U2's Spider-Man: Turn Off the Dark. Call Steven Spielberg, Doctor Strange, and maybe Mephisto, because he's about to help everybody forget something existed entirely. West Side Story gets to get rid of their awful Tony, and Spider-Man finally gets his shot at an EGOT. It's the perfect union. Tony Parker and Maria Jane with this ring ID web. I don't know, this video's fucking stupid. Just put Spider-Man in there, huh? Just put Spider-Man in the musical. Let him sing and swing around, alright? He's charming, he can sing, he can dance, and he's not a sexual predator. Fucking bing bong. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, even if it is objectively very dumb. If you did like the video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked it. They made a whole button just for that. You can also subscribe to the channel if you feel like you want to see other things that I've done before. I'll also put up 2 videos at the end that you can click on just to see if you're still not convinced yet. Anyway, I've got to go write more letters to Kevin Feige demanding he put Rasputin in the Multiverse of Madness. We are getting this Bartok cameo, and I am going to play him. Hashtag John Barr for Bartok. John Bartok. Hashtag John Bartok. That one. Do the second one.